Here's something else from YAF. They tweeted, during University of Michigan Inclusive Leadership Workshop, Dr. Rushing struggles with responding to Matt Walsh's "What is a woman?" question. So this is some sort of workshop at a University of Michigan, and they're trying to deal with this question. And I always enjoy these videos when we find them. So here it is.
If you're looking at the comment that they shared was, I was just sharing in my group how one of my coworkers challenged my identity using the trick question of, what is a woman? And they unfortunately did not have a chance to, debrief with their group. So I don't know if anyone has a way to respond to like shut that down in the moment. How can we be the bystander in that moment? How can we interrupt the harm in action? Sorry, just this idea. So like asking someone like, well, what is a woman? Which is just, gender is already a social construct. So to even ask that question just shows that this person doesn't understand the idea of like what gender is. So many things that we consider as truth. It's just that's just what the systems tell us, right? Now that I've had a chance to calm down a little bit. My first instinct would be, if you have the energy, and again, sometimes the best thing to do is just be like, I'm not engaging with you, and just walk away. Rose, I am so sorry you had to deal with that. Okay, I'm not gonna go off right now.
That's great. It never gets old. It never gets old for me, anyway. It really never gets old. And it's a trick question, right? What is a woman? Well, what do you do with this trick question? I cannot think of a question that is less of a trick question than what is a woman? Or really anytime. Anytime you use a word and someone says, what does that word mean? There's no trick. It is, we want to know what you mean by the words that you're using. What are you trying to communicate? You might not be able to answer it. It doesn't make it a trick question. But you notice it even when they're talking amongst themselves, they still struggle with this question because they can't answer it for all the reasons that we've covered extensively. But you see why they're so afraid to face someone who is not in their club with a question like this. Because amongst themselves, at least, well, they're all on the same side, they're all in the same tribe, and they all have the same agenda. No one's actually interested in the truth. They all understand that the idea is to avoid objective reality and objective truth. And they'll also take, when they're talking amongst each other, they'll give each other the out. And so there are just like talking points or little slogans they'll throw out. Something like, someone brings up, what is a woman? They talk around it for a bit. Well, it's a trick question. Gender is a social construct. And they throw out that slogan, and then the other people will say that are in the tribe, oh, yeah, sure, okay. But if they're talking to someone who's not in the tribe, we're not going to give you that out. It's not going to be that easy. You can't just throw out a slogan and have us say, oh, well, all right. Because then you throw out the slogan, we're going to want to know what you mean by that slogan. Gender is a social construct, so it's an invalid question? Because what? Because the word woman doesn't mean anything, you're saying? It's a constructed thing, doesn't mean anything? Well, so then why is anyone identifying as it? And why should I respect it at all? And it still doesn't answer the question of like what that person means when they say it. So keep trying, folks. You're not there yet. You'll get there. Well, you'll never get there, but keep trying because it's fun.